Hey guys, I'm ARNANDO B, and in this video you will learn how to improve in spellbreak Battle Royale, how to learn the basic mechanics of the game. Okay, let's get into it now. My first tip is not to be afraid to ask for help. Spellbreak is like unlike any other game, to be honest. It has like a really hard learning curve. It's quite daunting with new players. There's like either people are good or bad on the game. There's not that much of an in-betweener, and streamers. So one tip is to just ask streamers, man. They love like helping new players out. Just ask them for advice, tips on how to play the game. Maybe even ask them for like if you want to queue up for a little bit, so they can tell you whilst you're in the game, tell you what you're doing wrong, how to improve, because they love doing that. Everyone likes helping new players who want to improve. Just ask them. And on Discord servers, when I first joined, I didn't know people even you couldn't stream the game back then. It was I don't know what it's called now, but you can only like look at clips and stuff. So I used to ask people, and then they sent me these clips of Nigel. He was the best player at the time, and he don't play the game that much anymore. I don't think he does. But him versus RF Legendary, who was also one of the best players at the time, who don't play that much anymore. Having a nice little duel. They showed us all the dash runes, or the tempest, the ice gauntlets, the fire gauntlets, the earth they were using. It was really good. So you could just ask people, and they're happy. 90% of people. Well, the second tip, you will load up the practice lobby and just try out all the different gauntlets and classes. Just try out the things you might like for yourself. Like you might like ice, you might like sniping. You might be a good sniper in other games. You might like stoned, easy to hit, easy to play concepts. Like you might like using toxic fire. You might like the mid-range and close range. You might like using lightning wind. Let's try out all the things you like. Try out the different runes, the different sorceries, all the different belts, amulets, boots. Try out all the different skills of the classes, and that's tip number 2. Now tip number 3 is you want to learn. How can I say this? You're gonna want to learn all the, like whilst you're in the practice range, you're gonna want to learn what does what. So I got a clip right here that will show you that. I got a clip of first it's when a fire hits an ice, it evaporates it. So you can throw a firewall up and an ice shot will hit it. Or when a wind, when a fire shot's going at you, you could wind it, and then the wind will absolutely evaporate the fire, and it will go past it. It like just goes through it, and then it evaporates the fire and hits them as well. So that's a good one to do. Not like, but then after you've done that, you can move on to different classes. Like after you learning Pyromancer, you can go on to Stone Shaper. Maybe you might wanna learn to play Stone Shaper, or like you might really want to learn to play Tempest after Pyromancer. You might want to use some wind and fire. So yeah, that would be my 4th tip. Now for the 5th tip, it's in the in-game lobby. But the thing is, in this game, you're going to usually spend 1 to 3 minutes in the lobby. Some maybe even 5, depends when you join. If you're lucky, you'll spend like 30 seconds. You might join as the timer starts going down. But mostly it's going to be around 2 to 3 to 1 minute. Most games. So you want to use that time well. You can get, if you practice just fights, the whole, like for 3 minutes straight, you can get 4 games worth of experience just in the in-game lobby before you even start a game. Some people load up and just go watch some YouTube, listen to some music, chill. But if you're trying to look to get better, you're gonna want to practice, and that'll be tip number 5. Hey guys, back with tip number 6. Okay, I just recorded this like 50 times over. I'm gonna drop all my stuff here. I just recorded this like 50 times over, all on OBS, but for some reason didn't save, so I'm going back to Elgato and doing that. You're going to be able to hear my PC fan, not my bad, and you might hear some noise in the background, my parents moving stuff. Okay, so now tip number 6, we're going back to the practice range, and we're going to look on all the different stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go in depth with it. Okay, so you've got all the different belts, what's going to be on there, boots, amulets, and runes. Okay, first off, it's going to be the belts. It's the easiest to talk about. You got the belts. Any of this stuff. Okay, you got the common belt, gives you plus 20 armor, and then you got the uncommon. There's not much difference. Plus 40 armor. Okay, and then with belts, and then after that you got the rare, which is add something onto that. So you got the wandering belt, and that gives you a rune charge plus 55 armor, and then you got the rune cooldown belt, which is plus 55 armor. No, and the rune cooldown, and then you got a damage resistant belt, which gives you plus 65 armor, which is 5 left in the legendaries, and
80% damage resistance. This is really good with classes like Stone Shaper. What else would be good for? Oh yeah, Toxologist, because you rush in, you're not going to take damage, and then they're going to take loads. And you got, I can't really say this right, Spell Stringler, I can't say it right at all. This gives you another cooldown. Then you got a Berserker Bout, which is plus two rune charges, a rune cooldown speed, and plus 70 armor. And then you got Behemoth, plus 10 damage resistance, plus 1 rune charge, my bad, and then you got plus 70 armor. But the difference is, people say Berserker's a bit better. I think it is, to be honest, because Behemoth, if it had a bit, let's say it had a bit more damage resistance to it, it would be quite good. But Berserker's just better. I'd rather plus 2 cooldown, plus 2 rune charges, and 10% damage resistance. And then, sorry, someone's in the background. My bad. Okay, now you got the boots. Boots do speed, damage, so shock resistance, from alacrities, and then you got I don't know what this one does, to be honest. I don't really understand this one. Okay, Baron boots also pretty good, but I'm gonna go back to the beginning. So you got common boots plus 2 speed, uncommon boots is plus 3 speed. There's not much difference here, to be honest. And then you got this one. It's quite a big difference between these two and this. You got Berserker boots, Spell Stringer. I say just go through all the boots as well. Just try them all on. I'm trying to make this video as short as possible for you guys. And then you got Behemoth boots and Baron. You got Slayer boots and Phasing boots. Phasing boots gives you invisibility. Slayer boots gives you levitation boost, so you can levitate more. But Phasing boots are better. Oh, the reason why I call it Phasing, not Wandering, because Phasing was its old name, and everyone still prefers Phasing. We don't know why they changed it to Wandering, but yeah. Phasing was a really good name. And then you got Amulet, which is 10% mana for Amulet, the common Amulet, and then you got 20% mana, and then because it's rarity, blue rarity, you got 30%. Oh, sorry, my bad. 30% mana with an extra cooldown on it, so a sorcery cooldown. Then you got cast speed. Cast speed. Not many people know what cast speed is, but cast speed is so. Let's say I don't have this on, okay, and I shoot normal wind. It's pretty slow. But then when I have cast speed on, it's a lot faster, so I can shoot more as well. And you need amulets to shoot more. Like, let's say I use Toxic Slaps, okay, and now I pick up an amulet. Look how many Toxic Slaps I could do. You need the extra mana in this game. And then you got, oh, I can't say this, man. I don't want to say it. I want to butcher it. Okay, so yeah, that's the amulets. A Behemoth amulet, I'll say it's the best because you got all the stuff. You got 15% cast speed, spell damage, and mana. But spell string's also really good. Slayer amulet, I'll take, if you're running, I don't know, this one's very like off and on, but I'll rather take a legendary amulet to all these. But yeah, and then you got the runes now. The runes, so I'm trying to rush through this. I'm trying to make this short as possible. The runes are, you need runes. All these runes are good. Except on Boost Blood, but everyone hates Boost Blood, so it's alright. Everyone. Okay, and then the runes are good. All the runes are alright. So you got the uncommon runes, which are, they're equal to the epic. Like there's not that much of a difference between them, to be honest. So you got invisibility, you get to go invisible for a period of time. String steps, like you leap over in the air, and feather falls, you can fly in the air, take some shots, get good high ground on someone, but you're also viable in the air. Flight rune's really good because you could fly into someone, fly into a fight, do some damage, you could fly out of it. So yeah, but it's not even, you could fly out, fly in, it's pretty good. Chronomaster, it used to be like Tracer of Overwatch, how she used to take damage and just go back into the spot she was a couple of seconds ago, and then all the damage that she took, she regens health, all of her health back. But Chronomaster, let's say I have it on, before I push someone, I could place it down, push someone, take tons of damage, but do tons of damage to them, as long as I don't die, and I go back and regain all the health that I just took. Even armor as well. You've got teleport rune. Teleport rune's always been buggy. Like every time I use it, I just like most of the time I teleport into a castle and my game's done, so I don't really like picking it up that often. I just teleport into like a random room in the castle and you can't get out of it. Or like you might teleport backwards and stuff. I don't know if they fixed it already. I just don't really take it because of that. It gave me it just traumatized me. Got Wolf's Blood. Not many people like Wolf's Blood because it shouldn't be an epic rune. I think they're changing it to rare or uncommon runes because it's not that good. Like you can see everyone on the map, like not on the map, like in the vicinity, but they could also see you as well. So I don't know what the trade-off is there, to be honest. And it shouldn't really be epic, but Dash Rune's the second best rune in the game, so it's the best. Because Dash Rune, you sleep forward like that, but you could also go side to side without looking, so I can go, oh, my bad, my bot, don't know, I can go left without looking, so I can shoot, go left without even looking, but Shadow Step, you can go even further, and then, wait. You can go even further than Dash, plus you get an invisibility coat as well for 3 seconds, which is really handy when you're trying to put up. And like, let's say you want to disengage your Shadow Step under a rock and you won't know where you are, and then you go out invisible and you'll already be under behind cover potting up, so that's really useful. And in fights, really good to be on, get behind them as well. And then the difference between a common gauntlet and a legendary is a common gauntlet, it would do, if I had no amulet, it would do half my mana with 25 damage. I'll show you it now. 25 damage and half my mana, so I can only shoot 2 before running out of mana and reloading. I'm not reloading, like, I'll say reloading mana, to be honest. And then when you got a legendary one, I think it does 38 damage, I'm pretty sure. Oh. And you can shoot 3. That's quite a big drawback with 38 damage plus 3. And I don't even have an amulet yet. So with an amulet, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot of damage, to be honest. That's quite a big difference in a common and a legendary gauntlet. Okay, now the rest of the tips. Now the final another tip as well. It's gonna be another main tip, and the other tips are just me talking about other videos and giving some shout outs. So after this tip, you can click away if you want. But I prefer if you stick to the end. Okay, so now it's mana control. So the hover takes quite a lot of mana. You're going to want to learn to control that. I can't really give that many tips, but you're going to want to learn to stop and control that. You don't want to go up really high and lose your mana. And in fights, you don't want to be hovering. Just so I'm shooting, I don't want to be hovering in the air. Like, I don't want to be hovering like this and shooting. It's good like to get like the high ground, but it's not that useful. It's good movement though, hover. And it helps with other stuff, but you want to learn your mana control, and you don't want to spam stuff too hard. You want to learn how to use your sorceries well, how to combine them. Yep, make dragonfire, you want to learn that. But yeah, now the final 3 tips are going to be movement. Movement in this game is very key. Like, a person have good movement and win his fights because you know how to dodge spells, because in this game it's also about dodging and then also hitting your target, so it's about dishing out damage and also knowing how to dodge damage. And if you stop moving in this game, like you can't stop to you can't like just go like this. Like, you've got to be really fast about it. Exactly, you're gonna be really fast about it in this game. You can't stop that much. You can only stop to drink pots, and then that's really it. You can't, and you gotta be looking around a lot. And then that's the 8th tip, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the 8th tip. Now the 9th tip's aim. Any game, aim's important, because if a guy knows how to hit, if you can't hit your shots and the guy you're facing is hitting all of his shots, he's gonna win the fight no matter what. He's gonna win the game. If like, people can't hit the shots versus the guy can hit every single shot, you're gonna wanna he's gonna win the game most likely, and or win the scrim or win the tournament. So I used to have really bad aim because I used to hop on console and PC. So I used to hop on the controller and hop on the PC on and off. So it made my aim pretty bad. So at the start of the day before I start playing, I do aim booster. I go on aim booster. You could also go on Quovax. I do this little exercise. I do 6 minutes of this, but every 2 minutes I do for a 1 minute break. Watch a quick video. I aim for the middle each time. Try and get It's decently slow at the moment because, yeah, but I always bring it up on every moment. Like, always bring it up every week. Every week you're going to want to bring it up, see if you're getting better. But you don't want to bring it up to the point where it's too fast for you. So, yeah. That's my 9th tip. Just work on your aim. You can download Crovax, which is like £5 on Steam, or $5 or €5, wherever you're from, on Steam. So that's pretty useful as well. I don't personally use Kovacs. I know quite a lot of spellbreak players do use Kovac to train for the play. And now for the 10th tip is game awareness. Game awareness just comes, the more you play the game, like, the more game awareness you're going to do. And yeah, it's quite simple, but you got to work on your mindset as well. You got to keep on focusing, because like, people aren't born good at any game, to be honest. Like, the best players always have tons of hours compared to the noobs. Like, think of someone with level 15 and got someone who's level 20. So quite a big difference there. But yeah, it's not all about RNG. It's mostly about skill and experience on the game, because the more experience you have, the more experience in fights and stuff like that, and it's a big level up, to be honest. So yeah, and that's it today. Now you got the special mentions. Special mentions is Dorky. He let me use some of his clips today. He helped me out a lot. Thunderson, he helped me out making this video loads. He helped me make the first tip. He helped me script. But at the end, I kind of drifted not scripting to say on top of my head, because that's how I prefer. I don't like seeming like a robot just reading off a computer. I prefer just like thinking on top of my head and then just saying what I think, to be honest. And then reading off a script that I wrote. And then you got Zen. Zen didn't really help me. Didn't help me out this video, but he's a really good conduit player. He's the best conduit player in the game right now. He teaches people how to play conduit. He plays in tournaments quite a lot as well. He recently came second in a duos tournament with his T4, and then he came third. Oh no, yeah, he came third, 2 points off, becoming second in a solos tournament. So big ups to Zen. And he does quite a lot of teach you how to play conduit. It makes long videos on conduit. If you actually watch it, you're gonna find it's really like good for you, because if you want to learn conduits, go to that guy. If you really like the conduit class, start playing lightning, go to that guy. There's in-depth tutorials. You might know something you don't even know, like rune swapping. You can have infinite number of flights. Even if you don't like playing conduit, it's good to know. And then when you play against a conduit player, you know what they're gonna do, and you know the stuff that they can do, so you don't feel surprised when they do it. You don't feel overwhelmed. Okay, and then so big ups to Zen. And I hope you guys have a nice day. It's the end of the video. Unfortunately, it's the end of the video. I try to make this video as short as possible, and I try to upload it in a week from the other video. I'm trying to upload every week, trying to get a consistent schedule in. So yeah, have a nice day, guys, and peace.